So, been a week, a little over. I wasn't even sure I was going to post anything, to be honest. Uh, just not feeling well. Haven't been doing well. It's mostly just because it just feels like I'm regaining some ailments that I had before, like 2 years ago, which really sucks, but I'm dealing with it. That's probably about it, though. I mean, not feeling well. I even took off Saturday because just I wasn't able to do it. I know I need to go see a chiropractor, but I might change the date. It's supposed to be next Thursday because I can't go like a lot. It's expensive, and I know I have alternatives that will allow me to be able to go see a chiropractor for free, but they only give you like so many times, so I've kind of have to use that sparingly. But some good things have come out of the time that I have waited to make a video. I got a new 3D printer. Not going to be set up yet. I got everything, I think. I haven't even opened the box yet. I know I just got 3 boxes of filament and some tips. Different size tips. I can't remember the exact ones. It's like 0.6, 0.8, and 1? Or 0.2 or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, got that. But in order for me to be able to set it up, I have to make sure and go through the living room. Have to go through the back room and make sure and go through and throw away just a bunch of stuff. Most of it's probably like clothes and stuff that kids don't wear. Toys kids don't play with because, they are. The youngest is 16 now. I can't say for sure that he's gonna want to go around with some old play guns that they used to have when they were really young. Some broken Nerf guns. They're just there. Stuffed animals. Quite a few things. Probably some old remote control cars that don't even work. It seems like a lot of the times when they've gotten them, they only play with it like once or twice and then they're done with it. It's just put up the rest of the time. That's just how it goes. But yeah, once I get all of that picked up, cleaned up, I'll have to find a spot for it, because in the living room, I do want to get some couches back in there, but I want to be able to have a spot for my 3D printer. It's going to be a little bit bigger than most 3D printers. Not all of them, of course, because I don't have that much money, but I didn't want to spend, what is it? I think the biggest one I've seen is like could be $1,500 or something like that. It's called the Orange Storm or something. Anyways, that thing's huge. I think that thing is like 4 foot tall. It's I don't know how fast it is. I never really looked at the specs, but this one though is supposed to be a little bit faster than a lot of printers. Obviously, if you know about 3D printing at all, speed matters, but there is a limit. There is a threshold that you get to where prints just don't come out like they're supposed to. And then on top of that, you have other things you have to worry about, like the elements, where you have the filaments stored, because you do have to have it dried out because it can be wet. And you can use wet filament, but I mean, if you do notice the difference between wet and dry, you will get ultimately better prints with dry filament, according to the specs of the filament, because there are different types. And I don't even know all of that either. So I mean, it's a whole new world for me, because my first printer was a resin printer, and I haven't used it in a while because just I don't have my space. I don't have a lot of things that I'd be working on, but this is one thing that I really wanted to do, was get the FDM printer, because it'll allow me to be able to make bigger things that I've been wanting to make, which is like a PC case, maybe some outside planting boxes, I don't know, something that might be functional outside that we can utilize for a sprinkling system. I don't know, but it could be something. And when I do that, it'll allow me to have a little bit extra content to throw up, and hopefully people will be able to see what not to do while they watch me do it. You know what I mean? That's going to be the coolest thing. Is I've probably watched it could be like 50 hours total, but it's just mostly of people's thoughts and reviews and stuff. Reviews really help me, because not only does it get me familiar with the lingo, but it also helps me to be able to get some of the information down on what to look for and what you want to do after you get a 3D printer. With a resin printer, it's totally straightforward, but it's kind of the same thing for the other type of 3D printing, so it's not really that much different. It's a little bit more, at least for me, it's a little bit more of a wait time, especially if you're wanting to make bigger prints. With a resin printer, it's a smaller dimension, so the print bed wasn't that huge. I didn't have to worry about too many hours, but I also didn't really get into it that much, which is really a good thing, because you can intertwine the two types of 3D printing, and you can make like dioramas. You can do things around the house for shelving. I mean, that's just so many things if you just, I don't know, have a use for it. But it'll allow me to be able to get into that world. Also, hopefully, when recycling becomes an easier, accessible, and more affordable thing, I'll be able to take advantage of that and be able to reuse the things that I'll be using up. Because I mean, filament, at least one spool, you can pay like at minimum, I think it's like $10, $11, $12, something like that. So I mean, if you think about it, you can make quite a few things with one roll of filament, but that stuff will take up room once you use it up. So for me, what I will try to do, at least in the beginning, is any failed prints or whatnot, I'll have to make sure that I have different bins for them so I can separate them by color, and then also of course type, because there's different types of filaments. So but I'll of course get into all of that, learn all of that, and mess up all of that as that comes too. So stay tuned. But I do want to thank you for watching this video. I mean, I make these videos for not just me, not just for my family, but for anyone that wants to get a laugh, or maybe have a different perspective on life. Hopefully I am that key for you. Hopefully you can live through me in a way. Hopefully it helps. Anyways, have a good week. Be great.